Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In order to break free of this state of bondage and begin to live a real substantive existence, we need to discover who we are. Now, the Prophet did say, Salamullah alayhi, the one who knows his self, knows his Lord, requires us to know ourselves. But it's an impossible situation. When we ask the question, who am I? The bodily identity comes forward. And if we can go past the bodily identity, we come to our psychological makeup. I am these likes, I am these dislikes. I like good, I dislike evil. But even that is a sense of identity derived from bodily properties. The likes, the dislikes, favoring life, disliking death, ugliness, beauty, is dictated by the bodily aspects of our existence. When we go deep within ourselves, we still find layers of false personality. They do not really allow us to glimpse at ourselves. We are always enshrouded in things, be they devotion of God, yearning of humanitarian values, wanting to sacrifice for others. It's all embedded in that deep sense of I-ness. So we cannot truly know who we are. So I suggest a reverse process, peeling away of who we are not. The ego that we have, the I, is an expression of all the things we associate ourselves to be. And we want to uphold that, and we feel uncomfortable with anything that is inconsistent or incompatible with it. So maybe there is a process that is better, and that is to peel ourselves away from what we are not. To ask a question fundamentally, am I the religion in which I abide? To examine this question carefully, to say, well, what is at the core of this religion that I have adopted? We will begin to see that the same values through which we have chosen our religion are possibly the same values through which a Christian chooses Christianity, or another faithful chooses their faith. When you ask them, well, what is your religion all about? They will say, well, our religion is something that prompts us to good, wards us from evil. Beyond that, our religion is something that allows us to meaningfully connect with a higher entity who is splendid and beautiful and wants good for one and all. Then at that point we will realize that actually I am not my religion. My religion doesn't make me, because the other person follows the same thing through another brand. That truth is already embedded within me, deep within myself. Am I the culture in which I abide? The answer is, look back at your life. Have you changed through cultures, through the progression of life and changing of your time, space and location, friend circles and familial ties? You will say, yes, my cultures have always been modifying with me. I have been changing cultures. So the culture is not me. Are you your sense of beauty? The answer is, well, no. The things that I found beautiful at one stage, I don't find them beautiful anymore. So I'm not my sense of beauty. Are you your sense of taste in food? Well, not at all, because my taste of food has changed. My understanding of what is the best color, for example, has also changed. Are you your biases and your discriminations that make you? When you look back, you'll say, well, no, when I was in that country, I used to discriminate against a group of people. In this country, I frown upon such discrimination. So discriminations don't make me either. Are you your familial ties? The answer is, well, many people who were so closely associated with me, they have died. They have left this world. I can do without them. So no, I am not even my familial relations. Are you your friends? Are you identified by your friend circle? Well, no, even they have changed. Continuously, they are changing. When we introspect to this deep level, we begin to see that whoever I associated myself with that made my I is being chipped away. I see the constant flux. I don't see any stability. I only see one wrapping replaced by another wrapping. By that, I can understand that I am not all these wrappings that are around me that have created the sense of I-ness for me, that who I am. Then we ask ourselves, are you your personality? And that's very intimate. The answer is, my personality has changed. I'm not even my personality. My behavior has changed, my attitude has changed, my outlook has changed. In this way, when we start peeling away, we feel that we are chipping away at the I. As the I begins to get chipped away at, we arrive at that place of the unknown. I really don't know who I am. But here we are better off than what we were in the previous situation, because previously we assumed ourselves to be someone. And by that assumption, we weren't leading a proper life, because that false identity was dictating a sense of life on the basis of its likes and dislikes. At least now we are seeing that I am not that I. And therefore, all the experiences that were beholden to that I were not real experiences. I wasn't experiencing them. Now I'm at a stage, well, no, I don't know who I am. I'm really not that insecure person that I thought I was. That insecurity was a result of how I was conditioned. I'm not really somebody who, if I'm very honest with you, dislikes the disbelievers. That was a part of my conditioning. I'm not really my biases. That was the way in which my culture, my religion, my body imposed those notions upon me. When we come to that point of neutrality, we are in a better place, although we do not know who we are, but we begin to know who we are not. And by that, we have already arrived a step closer, or we've made a leap in coming closer to the real thing that is actually there. So now, after this level, after arriving at that point of neutrality, we will see that the experiences of the world that comes to us are not immediately interpreted in the perspective and the context of the false I. They are far more meaningful. So when you see a person fighting with another person, as opposed to taking sides immediately and saying this is right, this is wrong, which is obviously something we need to do in order to maintain justice, we will first observe that human behavior. And we will see, I can understand the dynamics involved in this world. It will open up a different picture altogether. And we will be receptive to the world as she displays herself, and through that become far more appreciative as a philosopher, as opposed to somebody immersed within the scene, but as somebody who's looking from the outside. So what this exercise does for us is, it makes us into a spectator who is seeing, understanding, appreciating, as opposed to someone who is immersed in there and just flowing in the camera or in the movie with a fixed character. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let us reflect upon the need of removing the false wrapping that we call identity.